Hi and Assalamualaikum. I am Nurul Hikmah binti Zainuddin from BA249, and today I'm going to present about SWOT analysis for Sabah Ministry of Finance. So before I go further, I would like to share a little bit about my internship company profile. MOF Sabah is responsible to predict annual income and also supervise government spending. Other than that, MOF also monitor financial and investment in Sabah. They also engage with National Audit Department regarding any financial management and also problem. So I've been placed in Financial and Economic Division under MOF. And this division has 3 different units, which is State Sales Tax, State Revenue, and also Coordinator of Consultant. So what is SWOT analysis? Let's watch explanation on the next video.
SWOT analysis, what it's used for, the various elements and considerations of building a SWOT diagram, and how to get started doing it. SWOT analysis is a key part of any business and strategic plan. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strengths and weaknesses are internal factors, and opportunities and threats are external factors. A SWOT diagram analyzes a project or business venture by focusing on each of these factors. It typically consists of 4 boxes, one for each area, but the exact shape may vary depending on the design. SWOT diagrams can be especially useful when trying to decide whether or not to embark on a certain venture or strategy by visualizing the pros and cons. By clearly outlining all positives and negatives of a project, SWOT analysis makes it easier to decide how to move forward.
So this is the list of SWOT analysis for MOF Sabah that I have been identified. So let's start with strength. First is sales and services tax being used in the system. Every commodity that been exported outside Sabah will be charged with sales tax. A company that registered under MOF need to declare the annual sales so that MOF can total up the amount of tax that need to be paid by the company. So every tax that been charged will be included with SST rate, and this rate will be fixed, which is 6% for the services and 10% for sales. This will help Sabah to get profit and achieve the economic development. Next, Financial and Economic Divisions responsible to manage and collect state revenue. Sabah Chief Minister has given this mandate to this division to collect a maximum number of revenue for the state. Head of unit, head of division need to attend meeting with the highest secretary to approve or to pick the best estimated revenue that possible to achieve for Sabah. Every month, all this revenue will be analyzed whether the amount is more, less, or same as the predicted revenue. Accurate calculation of revenue will help us to improve performance of economy. As to maintain this strength, MOF need to be honest and transparent in every transaction process. A company cannot be charged higher tax rate. If that happens, legal action need to be taken. MOF need to declare all related data to taxpayer. Moreover, MOF need to find new resources of revenue to strengthen their collection. MOF can find any natural resources as their new source of revenue. It's good because they can use it for a long run, for example, petroleum. Moreover, MOF can digitalize their economy. It helps to explain and connect with a lot of people around the world. According to Lee 2018, digitalization of economy give benefits toward national economics. Especially in this COVID-19 outbreaks, it become new industrial revolution. So we move on to the weakness. First is one staff feel burdened to handle many work at one time. Under MOF, Financial and Economic Division was the only division that has lesser number of workers. And since this division has been introduced few new commodities to the public, it gives pressure to the staff because the staff need to handle 100 companies from the beginning of the process until the end of the process alone, and need to send the data at one time to the head of division and head of the units. So this will lead to lack of efficiency and delay in submitted of tasks. Next is introduce a system that not been ready to be used by public. MOF received a lot of complaint after State Sales Tax Unit introduced their e-system. Some of the problem arise is login problem, limited time to fill in data, and problem to upload documentation. This is due to the lack of duration to setting the problem, and it will cause to the bad performance of MOF. To overcome the weakness, MOF suggested to hire more staff. Hiring more staff reduces pressure in working environment. MOF should not only focus to hire high-level position staff, but also consider low-level position staff. The good cooperation and communication between these two positions will help gain efficiency in work. Decision-making will be easier since a lot of opinion from the staff will be changed to achieve the organization objective. Next, MOF can hire staff from IT background. This helps to solve IT problem faster in the division. It also can develop framework of ICT security to avoid any hacking system or leak of data of the company. Next, MOF also can organize IT seminar in office. It helps staff to improve its IT expertise. Since 50% of the staff are in a range of 40 years old and above, the lack of knowledge of IT since IT development rapidly growing. Seminar can give good input for them to use in their working process. So let's talk about opportunity. First is engagement with other ministry and agency in Sabah. From this, MOF can expand the business and trust among the ministry in Sabah. It also gives benefits and advantage in terms of profitability that can be used for development. It also be easier for MOF to impose new tax and regulation for their communities. For example, early this year, MOF has been engaged with other ministry regarding fishery commodities to impose new tax. Next is Anugerah Perkhidmatan Cemerlang and promotion offer. Anugerah Perkhidmatan Cemerlang is annual event that conducted by MOF itself to appreciate staff that been given best performance to achieve organizational goal. A staff will be given appreciation certificate after have been evaluated by head of division and highest secretary of MOF. A staff with the highest ranking will get opportunity to get promotion of new position or new job. MOF can grab biggest opportunity by following all the steps suggested by the researchers. First, Control informal and formal communication at the beginning of partnership, and adjust comfortability of partnership agency. Next, MOF need to ensure that partnership give 100% of commitment and practice integrity in their relationship. Next, employer need to provide good working environment to keep their staff. According to researcher, employee performance influenced by the workplace environment. Next, staff need to seek guidance from head of divisions or other employee if they did not understand or the task given not in their expertise, so that they can improve or learn new skills. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about threats. First is late payment of crude palm oil will lead to the bad reputation of MOF. As you know, every payment of tax need to be done by the end of the month. A company that failed to obligate with the regulation need to be charged with the penalty. So, late payment also lead to the inaccurate data because staff need to be submitted all report by the end of the month for the calculation of revenue. Next, MOF exposed to risk of loss due to the consultant issues. MOF Sabah has been given a right to hire and pay for the consultant services. They also decided to use time basis as a payment method. Under this method, the consultant will be paid according to the progress of project or research they have made. This will lead to high chance for the consultant to leave the project after being paid at certain level. It will cause the MOF to bear all the total loss. In order to avoid this threat for organization, MOF can find a good solution. Based on the research by William Connell, late payment will cause financial strain. One of the solutions is to blacklist companies that get more than 2 penalty to avoid repeated problem happen. MOF can send 1 week earlier of the payment notice so that the company can prepare and take note of the payment. For the consultant problem, MOF can change payment method where they can change percentage rate of fee. Maybe at the beginning, MOF can pay a lower fee and end with the higher payment. MOF also need to charge a reasonable rate that suit for consultant service so that they motivate to finish the project or research. In a nutshell, by doing this SWOT analysis in MOF Sabah, help them to improve their performance. It also shows how UITM students use their critical thinking skills in observing the company and help them identify and find a solution for their weakness. During my 6 months of internships, I learned a lot from this organization. I improved my skill and competency while I'm gaining a new knowledge for myself. It was a very good memories that makes me well prepared to enter a working life. That's all from me. I hope you're satisfied with my presentation. Thank you for watching it till the end.